moments that birth dreams. International Youth Conference 2020, Pleasing God, from the 6th to the 8th October 2020, 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. daily at the International Worship Center, Omedufa Ministries, Kilometer 132 Benino Kene Abuja Expressway, Auchi, Edo State, Nigeria. Ministering Pastor Austin Igbinosa.
Nothing brings reduction like seduction. Sir, if they can seduce you, they can reduce you.
Reverend Fidelis Ayemuba.
How will you feel to know that you lost your virginity for Nokia 3310 and that today 3310 is like Ichabod, the glory has departed?
Apostle Johnson and Dr. Lizzie Sudan.
Wow, when the Creator is remembered in the days of the youth, the evil day will not count. Hi, my name is Momoh. You're welcome to the last studio session of the International Youth Conference 2020 with the theme Pleasing God. Yes, we've had wonderful sessions for 3 days. Wow, beautiful sessions. We had beautiful performances from the worship, we had dance, we had drama, and we had men of God who had come to preach the word to us, and they sung, you know. I had Pastor Austin Igbinosa, Reverend Fidelis Ayemuba, and our own dynamic mother, Dr. Lizzie Suleiman. So it's not yet over. It's not over, and I believe you're going to stay till the end. I have guests in the studio with me, but before I tell you this guest, let's go on the short break.
Invigorating presence of grace, a people passionate for the kingdom. Get ready for an unforgettable moment that births dreams. International Youth Conference 2020, Pleasing God, from the 6th to the 8th October 2020, 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. daily at the International Worship Center, Omedufa Ministries, Kilometer 132 Benino Kene Abuja Expressway, Auchi, Edo State, Nigeria. Ministering Pastor Austin Igbinosa.
Nothing brings reduction like seduction. Sir, if they can seduce you, they can reduce you.
Reverend Fidelis.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I have guests in the studio. I have 2 vibrant guests. What I'm saying is not cheap. 2 vibrant guests, and we're going, you know, there are a lot of things that boil in the heart of the youth. They want to get the answers. We have parents also who want to hear this and also tell this the youth who are their children also. So this is not something for just the youth, but it's cut across everyone listening. You can have a brother, you can have a sister who's a youth. So I have Kingsley DK and Justina E.C. Meme in the studio with me. They are wonderful people. Seeing them still looking so beautiful. Justina, you see, Kingsley DK, so handsome. You're welcome to the last studio session.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. Yes, this year's theme, Pleasing God. You know, when I first heard that, I was like, this time when you have a lot of things going on in the country, you see youth here and there, you hear a lot of things about youth, and International Youth Conference come up with the theme, Pleasing God. So how did that hit you? How did it get to you? I'm talking about you, Justina.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
The theme, Pleasing God, it's a very wonderful theme that when I saw it, I was so happy, I was glad, because it's actually at this time, at this dispensation, this is what we need as youth, as vibrant youth. So pleasing God is following God to the end, following God with so much passion, so much zeal, following Him to any aspect of life, because God is the only one we need right now, because He's the only one we need now. Exactly. Without God, there's nothing is, everything roams around Him. I'm a living testimony by all God's goodness and His mercy over my life, right from the day I was born till now, and He's still doing more, and I believe more testimonies are yet to come.
Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Justina. So, Mr. DK, tell me about pleasing God. How have you been pleasing God over?
That question is very striking.
All right.
The second one, actually, how have you been pleasing God?
Yes.
Tell me about pleasing God. I, for once, I believe pleasing God goes beyond our efforts.
Okay.
These things, it's not, to an extent, we just can't do it on our own. Bible says without faith, it is impossible to please God. So that means faith is one of the very necessary ingredients to please God. Yes. Why did I say faith? Because sometimes you will fail.
Yeah.
You will feel you're not doing it very well. Sometimes as a believer, you may at some point not measure up to what God expects and requires from you.
Yeah, true,
but you just have to believe God that even God understands.
Okay.
You understand? God has a way of drawing you back to himself. I usually tell people that the church is like a car wash, a place where dirty cars enter and leave neat.
Wow.
So we should not allow already washed cars to make us feel like they never came in dirty. That is my view, and that is one of the very important things we need to know in our journey with God, in our walk with God.
So you're trying to tell me that you've been pleasing God by showing faith, or you've not said that?
By God's grace, we have been doing what we can do.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for that answer. I can say thank you. Okay, you know, we've had this issue over time, even till now. We still have people asking these questions because it's everywhere. You see youth, you've already attached one age grade to it. To say, okay, at this age, is also age is the youth's age. You think some people will say maybe 25, I don't know, some other persons say from 30, 45. Please, your own view. Let me start with you, Mr. DK. So for your own view, at what age? Because we still see some other churches, maybe a married folk being the edge of the youth body. So in that situation, does it mean that when you are married, doesn't really mean that you are no longer a youth? Or because we see people like that, they are married, they don't even associate with the youth body.
Okay, when it comes to age, I believe it has never been a new thing. I think it is something at some point both the political sector have at some point had to deal with it.
Okay.
I believe the youthful age goes beyond marriage.
Okay.
I believe when a 21-year-old man gets married, he's still a youth.
Okay.
I think youthful age deals with strength, opportunities, time to make amends, rewrite your wrongs, start all over again, and the rest of them. So if one has the time, I believe something within 15 to 35 or thereabouts, well, anybody within that age falls within the youth age. Let's leave the political sector where we declare the 40 thing and the rest. Yeah, for me, that's my personal opinion.
So what about you, Justina?
Okay, my own personal opinion, I would say the youthful age should begin from 20.
Okay.
Because like from 13, that's why it's called teenage age. From 13 to 19, it's called the teen. So that's for the teenagers.
Yeah.
So children age stops at 12, 13. So from 13, you go to the teenage age. So from 13 to 19, I believe that's your teenage range. So from 20 upward, your youthful age began.
Okay.
So it can be, everybody has its own different timing on when you want to get married.
Yes.
You plan, you set your goals. So when you want to get married, so I can decide to say at 25 I should be married, at 26, 27. There's some persons they just want to get married at 30. Most especially the guys, they want to get married at 30. So it's all personal. So the moment you get married, there's this African saying, you've left the youthful age. Okay. Yes, you've left the youthful age.
Even when you're way younger.
But when you're way younger. But I would advise, you can still relate with the youth. Age is number.
Okay.
So you can actually relate with them. I so much believe the way I was brought up, the way my mom taught me, you can learn from a little child, and a little child can as well learn from you. So you don't have to just picture your learning from just your age grade. To me, I believe age is a number, but your youthful age starts from 20. So your youthful age, you just have to plan your time, plan everything that concerns you. Because when you miss it at your youthful age, you miss it forever.
Wow.
You just miss it forever. So just start it now. It can be now. Your youthful age can actually start from 30.
Whoa.
Some persons realize it from 30. Those people that don't have the opportunity to meet with people that will guide them.
Okay.
But those that have the opportunity actually start on time and they succeed.
So
Thank
this
you.
talking about timing and
Yes.
the season. Did you hear that? It's not too late. If you want to be a youth today, can also be, maybe, I don't know, if you're 60, can you still be a youth?
No.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so
you.
much. Yeah. So talking about age being number, we've had young guys of 19, even maybe as low as maybe 16. You see them. There's this agitation to make money. They just want to make it. They want to, like calling arrival mindset. Yes. They want to arrive on time. You see them driving the luxurious car, and at that point, you see them. They just feel like, oh, we're on top of the world. Why is it that at this time we have these young people who want to arrive on time? What is it? What's happening in the society that is making all this happen to Kingsley? What do you say?
Okay. I believe certain things lead to that. One could be parental influence, societal view. Okay.
Okay.
Over time, we've noticed that some people have this weird way of making you feel like you're not doing well. Yes, you're being judged by standards you were not opportune to actually be even placed on the same cadre of success.
Okay.
You get. And that is where the problem comes. I have a problem with a man who never empowered a child. Let's say you didn't, maybe education, let's say vocation, and yet to remind him of another youth who has parents who have been gearing the child to, you know, get successful and the rest of them. So I feel even the youth, we are kind of under pressure. This goes a long way on the part of a guy, you know, our belief system has had this thing, you know, I wouldn't want to marry a poor guy, I wouldn't want to marry, you know how, so the average guy believes a man has to make money. Yeah, but then I believe it's all about the society, and it should be paramount for every youth, every man, every woman to know that as long as you wake up in the morning, go out there to do something, you're already doing well. Okay. You're doing well. Let's not judge our success by the success of others.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Just now, do you agree to his judgment?
Yes, to an extent.
Okay, so tell me.
Okay. It's actually like what he said, that a youth, being a youth, seeing other people succeeding and you want to be like them. Yes. Papa said something on Sunday or one of the services.
Yeah.
He said, don't walk by what you see about people, because that person you see succeeding might have a mother, a praying mother, and a praying father. Yeah, they might have fought the battles that person is actually enjoying now. But you're just there, you're struggling all by yourself. Yeah. You want to be like that person. Don't live your life to be like another. Life is in stages and in phases. The way I was last year, that's not the way I am this year. The clothes I'm putting on now is not the same clothes I'm putting on this year. So I would say so many persons miss it out because of greed. Okay. That's when greed comes in. They miss it because of greed. I want to be like this person. I want to be like this person. No, life doesn't work that way. Life comes step by step, one step at a time. Just be yourself. Do your best. Use what you have. It can be your brain to get, like Reverend Fidelis was saying yesterday, that the world will pull to you, but wisdom will keep you. Yes. So you need wisdom in life to keep you in every aspect of life, and it will keep you going. So you just need wisdom. You can be a student. Like, I'm speaking to the viewers out there. You can be a student. Your brain can keep you. It works. Your brain. Use what you have here to get it from them. You don't have to live the life those people are living. You don't have to live the bad life, the wayward life those people are living just to get what you want. Your friend can be in class and you don't have money to run assignments. Check them. Though they are lazy students in the class, meet them, tell them, I need, okay, you can't do your assignment. Give me this amount. It can be 200, you tax like 10%.
Make your money.
You do assignment for them. You do from inside your money, I have change to enjoy yourself.
Wow.
It works for me. I did this when I was in school, and I always use myself as an example when I'm talking to people. So that's my own understanding. I believe take one thing at a time, step by step, and you succeed.
Thank you so much, Justina. Thank you. You see that when some people bring reality to the talk, real talk, you understand? Get this. Do not be in a hurry. What you do, life is step by step. Yes. So, you know, I wouldn't call it spiritual pride though, but we have a lot of youths who feel that I think being arrogant, or like call it radical for Jesus, is another way to show you that I have faith in God. As in, we like call it gra kind of mentality. As you never put it like that. If you don't understand what gra is gra. So you know, this mentality, this agitation, I need to. But the way they do it, they make you feel like they're spiritual. They are exercising their faith, but not knowing that they are being arrogant. So how can you place this in society? Because how can you differentiate one who is spiritual and who is, let me call it human now? Yes, because, yes, let me put it like that, you know.
Religiosity.
You say religiosity, I'll put it now. No, let me call it mortality and spirituality.
Okay.
Yes, being a man and at the same time wanting to be spiritual. Because some people, I don't know, the way they join the whole thing is more like they make you that is not doing anything. I don't know. So what would you say about people like that, Justina?
Okay, there are so many persons that they believe spirituality is your dress code.
Okay.
Yeah, they believe spirituality is I've met some kind of persons, when you're greeting them, the way they answer you, the way they do things, and sometimes I'll just sit down and my best friend is my mom, so I do take issues to her. I'll tell her, Mommy, I don't understand, I was greeting this person today and the way the person was too rigid, doesn't mean this person is too spiritual and the person will make heaven more than me. And she'll say, no, you treat all men with love.
Okay.
Yeah, even my dad would say so. You treat all men with love. The fact that someone is too timid towards you, too rigid, does not mean just do your part and leave the rest. Just greet the person, thank you. Just do your own, just be yourself. Reverend said yesterday, be yourself. Don't live your life to impress anybody. Spirituality is not about your dressing, it's inside of you. Your ability, your personal relationship with God, your ability to wake up, to pray at night, to, like, Papa will always say, the spiritual controls the physical. Yes, it controls the physical. Your life, your personal life with God. I will always tell people, anything, let your conscience always beat you to something. Anything you know that God will not be pleased with you, don't even bother, don't even try to do it. Just be yourself at all time and at every minute you find yourself. So spirituality is not basically your coming out or yourself. It's part of it. Your dress code actually portrays who you are. Your dressing can actually change an unbeliever. The way you talk too can actually change an unbeliever. The most important of all is love. Show love to people one way or the other. Be helpful to one another. And God's going to help us to run this race of pleasing Him.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much, Justina. So, Prince DK, tell me.
Was there a word you were trying to avoid? Something like arrogance?
Yes, there's arrogance. I don't know how to, you know.
I was trying to pick that very well. When we mean gra in our general sector, it's as a show of arrogance or something. I think this is one of the things we see in Christendom these days. We see people who I want to say my mind. I want to say my mind. I want to say my mind. Even in this way of life, the Christian way, I believe there is what we call respect.
Okay.
We know, we feel we have a certain revelation of God. We feel we have understood certain aspects of God's judgment. So we help God on time to judge people before time. You see somebody who maybe has issue with malice at home, judges somebody for not probably putting on certain apparels the person deems fit. I'm not trying to promote indecent dressing.
Okay.
But then I have this thing, whatever we do, like she said, love matters. If you cannot correct the person in love, please do not.
Okay. Yes.
If you have to just be harsh, if you cannot talk to an elder with love, in fact, there are some elders you ought to not talk to them, you just have to go back and pray for them, because you can't do the work of God. God has that way of convicting people. If correcting people will make you insult them, when I mean insult, I mean elders specifically, then I think as a Christian it's wise we take our time to put people in prayers and correct them only in love.
In love. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, talking about correcting people in love. Do you think that, let me put it like this, what are the problems you think that as a youth that was supposed to solve in this society? And I'm taking it away from just the church, not just the church, but also in the society. What are these things that you feel that, okay, it's a problem, because we're all born to solve problems. Yes, we're not supposed to create the problems or solve problems, but fine, we'll see the problem and look for a possible solution. So what do you think are the problems that the youth need to solve in this society so that we can move forward, so that we can make headways? I can say.
Okay. The problem of leadership,
okay,
is something every youth out there must really look out for. But one thing is that the reason why we see elders handling certain positions is because the youths are not building capacity. I, for once, over time, have chosen not to call cell phones cell phone. I rather call them handsets, because I feel in real life they are now cells, like cell, like being in a cell. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube is nice, but if you're not making money from it, please cut down on the amount of time you spend on it. You understand?
Yes.
Cut down the amount of time, because it's killing productivity. I have at some point noticed that I practically surfed the web for 2 hours.
Wow.
I was like, what was I doing? From one comedy skit to the other, from one this to the other. That's fine. But at the same time, all I did was, with the cell phone, I redirected my attention to learn something else.
Okay.
You realize that online you can learn a couple of things, but are the youths learning those things? So if we can solve, if we can solve the issue of leadership and maybe 1 or 2 factors, the youths must be equipped with knowledge. Thank God for a ministry like Omega Fire Ministry, where when we come for youth programs like this, we'll learn a whole lot, down to hygiene, down to capacity building, and a couple of things. Those programs are worth harnessing. But primarily, the problem the society is facing is leadership. We have the natural resources, we have the technical resources, but we need to fix leadership. And if the leadership must be fixed by the leaders of tomorrow, then I guess they really need to learn today. And that is just it.
Okay, Justina, so tell me about it also.
Okay, I go with my colleague when he spoke about leadership. Right. Leadership is one, I believe every youth should have the spirit of leading, because it's very, very important. You can be called upon anytime, any day to come and lead. Like for this program, I was just called this afternoon. You have a studio section with us. And because I've already prepared my mind that it's something I've built myself over time, that any time, any moment, anything can just happen. But your ability to prepare yourself before time, it's what matters. So I go with the leadership, and I also go with him. The time we spend on social media is too much. It's also, we can actually use it to make more money for ourselves. You can actually be online, learning from people's inspiration. You can actually learn a skill from it. You can learn something from it. So it's very, very important we go with, use the time we spend on social media promoting other people to promote ourselves. Like I will always say, my biological mother is my role model, is my number one. I will always pray to God that I want to be, even if it's just half of the better mother she is, I want to be like her.
Okay.
So when I was a little bit younger, she will always tell me, the time you spend watching the TV, why don't you go read your book? Okay. So people will watch you.
Wow, that's wonderful.
So she was always saying it. So while growing up, you don't play with your prayer life. You don't, when you wake up in the night, in the morning, and you don't do your midnight prayer, you don't read your book, is an offense. There's a sin against God. But my mom is a sin against her. She will so scold you throughout that day. You will not listen. You can't even concentrate. And then she say, go and ask God for mercy for not reading and praying at night. So it's something she has built inside of us. Me and my siblings, we've grown up with it. And because she has always been the one around. Daddy has never been around. He has been traveling for work, coming. So I so love her, and I love the way she brought us up. So, Mommy, I know you are watching me. I love you.
All right, Mommy, she loves you. Yes, you know, we have to learn. You know, our mothers have one way or the other really the great things in our lives that is so obvious. And you know, I was talking about internet, talking about this brings me to this question because I don't know, we've had youth sleeping and the internet, just the way you said it, you were watching from one skit to another and this to another. Okay, now can you tell me, are these youths, is it doing us good? Do you think internet is doing the youth good, or is it doing harm than good? Kinsley.
Okay, I'm just trying to blend the question. Somebody asking me, is fire needed in the society? I believe where it is applied is the most important thing.
Okay.
Online, internet is the new gold, right? Because I do tell people that Jesus, for example, had to climb a mountain to talk to people, 5,000 people. That's more like utilizing what he had. I believe if he was around, like in the bodily form, he would also utilize the internet. So first of all, the internet is very, very important. As long as youths, as long as the society will use it to learn and maybe advance themselves and then market themselves online. Please, if you are there, you share our celebrities, their programs and all the rest of them, and you've never shared that of your friend, is not good. We can use that to promote each other.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let's hear from you, Justina, because of time.
Okay.
So just give us.
I'll go with him. Like, if as a youth you're online, like some persons, they feel promoting their own mates is a taboo to them. But to me, if you're online and you have a friend who does business, who does everything good, and you know it's good you promote your own first. Because those celebrities you are promoting, they don't know. They are there. They don't know. But it's still good you promote them. But your friends, your family should be your number one. So internet causes more good than harm. So it all depends on how you choose the good from the bad. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It was wonderful having you here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. Yes, we had a wonderful time. You know, for time, we would have just continued. But well, we can't stay here, but we still have to move forward. So we'll have another session with Bellis Kweta to enjoy every moment of this International Youth Conference. So right now, I'm going to say a bye-bye to you.
Invigorating presence of grace, a people passionate for the kingdom. Get ready for an unforgettable moment that births dreams.
Amen.
International Youth Conference 2020, Pleasing God, from the 6th to the 8th October 2020, 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. daily at the International Worship Center, Omega Fire Ministries, Kilometer 132 Benino Kene Abuja Expressway, Auchi, Edo State, Nigeria. Ministering Pastor Austin Igbinosa.
Nothing brings reduction like seduction. Sir, if they can seduce you, they can reduce you.
Reverend Fidelis Ayemuba.
How will you feel to know that you lost your virginity for Nokia 3310, and that today 3310 is like Ichabod, the glory has departed?
Apostle Johnson and Dr. Lizzie Suleiman. For inquiries, please call. It's time to please God.
The time has come for the gathering of sons to get recharged and revitalized.
The church that cannot be despised is a church of testimonies.
An outburst of revival.
Shagada. There's a revival! Let's take it.
International Ministers Conference October edition.
Testimonies are the trademark of God's mandate.
Apostle Johnson and Dr. Lizzie Suleiman, 28th through 30th October 2020. Ministers without blemish. Time 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. GMT +1. Happening live at the International Worship Center, Omega Fire Ministries, Kilometer 132 Benin Okene Abuja Expressway, Auchi, Edo State, Nigeria. For inquiries, please call. Ministers without blemish. Prepare for your next level. The time has come for the gathering of sons to get recharged and revitalized.
The church that cannot be despised is a church of testimonies.
An outburst of revival.
Shagada. There's a revival! Let's take it.
International Ministers Conference October edition.
Testimonies are the trademark of God's mandate.
Apostle Johnson and Dr. Lizzie Suleiman, 28th through 30th October 2020. Ministers without blemish. Time 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. GMT +1. Happening live at the International Worship Center, Omega Fire Ministries, Kilometer 132 Benin Okene Abuja Expressway, Auchi, Edo State, Nigeria. For inquiries, please call. Ministers without blemish. Prepare for your next level. The wait is over. You can now connect to Celebration TV's official website, www.mycelebrationtv.com. Specially designed for your satisfaction, you get to access a lineup of inclusive contents and programs of Celebration TV. Get the latest updates and news stories from our news desk. Be kept abreast on infos about all outreaches and events of the Resurrection Apostle Johnson and Dr. Lizzie Suleiman. Watch Celebration TV on the go via our 24/7 live streaming service. With all these and more, we make your partnership with us as we take the gospel around the world way easier with just a click. Hurry now. Visit www.mycelebrationtv.com. Welcome to the official podcast platform of Apostle Johnson Suleiman, AJS Daily. You will get daily series of profound teachings and anointed prayer series to build your faith and bless your life, move you from where you are to where you are to be. You will be equipped with the undiluted
invigorating presence of grace, a people passionate for the kingdom. Get ready for an unforgettable moment that births dreams. International Youth Conference 2020, Pleasing God, from the 6th to the 8th October 2020, 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. daily at the International Worship Center, Omega Fire Ministries, Kilometer 132 Benino Kene Abuja Expressway, Auchi, Edo State, Nigeria. Ministering Pastor Austin Igbinosa.
Nothing brings reduction like seduction. Sir, if they can seduce you, they can reduce you.
Reverend Fidelis Ayemuba.
How will you feel to know that you lost your virginity for Nokia 3310, and then today 3310 is like Ichabod, the glory has departed?
Apostle Johnson and Dr. Lizzie Suleiman. For inquiries, please call. It's time to please God. Invigorating presence of grace, a people passionate for the kingdom. Get ready for an unforgettable moment that births dreams.
Amen.
International Youth Conference 2020, Pleasing God, from the 6th to the 8th October 2020, 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. daily at the International Worship Center, Omega Fire Ministries, Kilometer 132 Benino Kene Abuja Expressway, Auchi, Edo State, Nigeria. Ministering Pastor Austin Igbinosa.
Nothing brings reduction like seduction. Sir, if they can seduce you, they can reduce you.
Reverend Fidelis Ayemuba.
How will you feel to know that you lost your virginity for Nokia 3310, and then today 3310 is like Ichabod, the glory has departed?
Apostle Johnson and Dr. Lizzie Suleiman. For inquiries, please call.
The wait is over. You can now connect to Celebration TV's official website, www.mycelebrationtv.com. Specially designed for your satisfaction, you get to access a lineup of inclusive contents and programs of Celebration TV. Get the latest updates and news stories from our news desk. Be kept abreast on infos about all outreaches and events of the Resurrection Apostle Johnson and Dr. Lizzie Suleiman. Watch Celebration TV on the go via our 24/7 live streaming service. With all these and more, we make your partnership with us as we take the gospel around the world way easier with just a click. Hurry now. Visit www.mycelebrationtv.com. The wait is over. You can now connect to Celebration TV's official website, www.mycelebrationtv.com. Specially designed for your satisfaction, you get to access a lineup of inclusive contents and programs of Celebration TV. Get the latest updates and news stories from our news desk. Be kept abreast on infos about all outreaches and events of the Resurrection Apostle Johnson and Dr. Lizzie Suleiman. Watch Celebration TV on the go via our 24/7 live streaming service. With all these and
Ayemuba.
How will you feel to know that you lost your virginity for Nokia 3310, and then today 3310 is like Ichabod, the glory?
Yes, it's another phase of the live studio session here at the International Worship Center of Omega Fire Ministries, and it is the International Youth Conference with the theme Pleasing God. What a wonderful session there by Momoh and two wonderful guests. And I'm here again live on Celebration TV with the second phase of this live studio session, and I have wonderful guests with me. And right here now I have brother Noel Benjamin and sister Chidima all the way from Sokoto. Okay, brother Noel, you're welcome on set.
Yeah.
And how are you feeling? How is the youth conference going?
Excited, and I feel very great.
Very good. What about you, sister Chidima?
I'm super excited being around for this youth conference. Super excited.
Super excited.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. First of all, before we go to our discussions, just tell us how the conference has been, since Tuesday. from one minister of God to the other. What have you, Brother Noel, with you? What have you gotten all up to now? What have you gotten from the conference? Pleasing God.
Okay. I've got a lot. The program in a very great way.
Wow.
From the first night with Pastor Ignosa to the second day with our Reverend Fidelis Ayemoba, and morning from our mama. Yeah, it has been awesome.
Wow.
Seriously awesome.
Wow. Yeah. And Sister Chidima, living all the way from Sokoto to Auchi at those states. So I know that you have gotten something up to now from this conference. Just share one with us. Just share one from the messages, the nights, the different sessions till now.
Okay, I will talk about Reverend Fidelis' administration.
Okay.
And Mama Lizzie.
Okay.
Because those are the ones that I was fully present.
Okay.
We actually arrived on Tuesday, so
all right.
We couldn't make it to the...
Okay, I understand.
Okay, one striking thing I hold on that Reverend Fidelis said was that if we want to God, we as youths really learn how to pray. You know that many youths these days, they are very, or should I say we are very lazy when it comes to fasting. And for Mama Lizzie, our mama, one thing I lay hold on, she said, is if you want to enjoy open heavens, you must.
Wow. In the name of Jesus, we are not going to be lazy. We are going to be able to pray and fast and enjoy open heavens, just like our Lizzie Johnson Suleiman ministered and released upon us. All right, this evening, in a few moments, we are going to have our own father, the Restoration Apostle Johnson Suleiman, coming into the auditorium filled with the Holy Ghost and ready to bring the youths to another level, because this is what we have been waiting for. I'm sure everybody that has come to Auchi for this conference has come expecting something, expecting a shift in his or her life. Johnson Suleiman, he feels greatly for the young generation because of lack of value. Now, my question is this: how do you think youths of these behave as to what concerns value? Brother Noel.
Okay. Value, first and foremost, I would like the definition of value.
Okay.
Value is it's a, how would I put it? A level. Yeah, let me put that. A level of the importance you place on something.
Okay.
And if you notice our generation, we don't take what we should take important.
Okay.
That's important. We tend to take those things that are not serious.
Are less important.
Yes. More important in our lives. And by so doing, we can't get to where our father got to.
Okay.
Because our fathers, if they tell you the level of importance they place on their own fathers, we have not gotten up to.
Remember when the Restoration Apostle always ministered, always tell how in value the present service and all that thing. He always say the way he sees young people serving God is just so shocking because no more value. What do you think, Sister Chidima?
Well, it's a fact, because youths these days, they want to reap where they did not sow. When it comes to things of God, they don't take it seriously. And to be honest with you, if you want to be served, you have to serve first. And service starts from the house of God.
Okay.
How important, how you take things of God seriously.
The presence of
how,
God.
Yes, that is how God will take
Your
everything that concerns you, seriously.
And now, just like you have said, because of this lack of value, Brother Noah said that it is the importance you place on something. Because of this lack of value, we now see a lot of disloyalty among the youths and kind of funny behavior, because many youths now want to be at the forefront. They want to be leaders, but they don't want to be led. Like our father always teaches us, you cannot be a good leader if you are not a good follower. So, Brother Noel.
Now, concerning that value to the youth.
Yes.
Most times, this generational youth, our generation now, as youth, we think we are so wise that we don't need the elders. Not knowing that wisdom lies with the elders. And the foolishness of the fool leads to their destruction.
Say that again.
The foolishness of the fools leads to their destruction.
Wow.
And there's a portion that I love more in the Bible that says the way the fools thinks they are wise. Because anything they do to them, that's the final. And that's the realm most of these youths of our days, they are operating on. They are operating on the realm of, they think they are wise, they don't need anyone to talk to them. Yes, to talk to them. Yes, so
and they think they are their best.
Exactly.
Okay.
Then doing that leads to destruction. They're going down.
Obviously. Yeah. Our father, the Restoration Apostle Johnson Suleiman, will always tell us that no matter, I remember what he said, no matter the number of cloths you have, your father has more used cloths than you.
Exactly.
So teaching on placing value on wisdom, knowledge, and also recognizing that you have to be led in order to lead. So that's a very important point for the youth. Now, also, do you think that the youth of this generation currently are doing enough to contribute for the betterment of the society? Because as Christian youths, we are not just going to be boxed in the church. We have to face life. After church, we go back to the society to face life, the reality and the issues of life. So do you think the youths now are doing enough to contribute to the betterment of the society?
I would say no. No.
Okay, tell us why.
Now, using the brethren in church as a case study, we tend to be the light of the church, not the light of the world.
Wow.
You see us, most of the times, we present ourselves this fireful just in church. We receive the word just in church and it dies there in church. When we get to the word, nobody knows if we are even believers.
Wow.
And we are believers not to affect the church, but the word.
That's true.
So, most of us, we receive the word with all readiness of heart, but it dies there in church.
That's so sad.
It dies there in church. The Bible, I think, it was talking about the Berean Christians. Said they were more noble because they received the word, and when they got back home,
they went to search.
Not even in church. When they got back home, they relaxed themselves and searched if those things were so. And where you get any revelation, you start sharing your revelation from there. That sometimes I get some revelation in my room, I'll call my brother, say, come. I just got one. And when I tell him to him, before you know, he calls crowd and we start discussing it, even with the unbelievers.
And that's how they
are blessed. And that we bless the society from the church.
Sister Chidima, what do you think, the way you were nodding your head, I know you agree to the fact that Brother Noah said, the youths are not yet ready, like they are not really contributing for the betterment of the society. Now, I want to ask you, now, if the youths are not ready or they are not contributing enough to the betterment of the society now, what do you think are those skills or attributes that they can add or they can put in place for their surrounding to be a better place?
Okay, I believe whatever we are being taught in our church, they are not teaching us for us to just consume it alone.
Yeah.
They are teaching us for us to also go out there and
release,
impact on others. Now, talking about skills, there are so many things, there are so many skills out there that youths can learn. And when they learn it, it will be of benefit to the church, and it will also be of benefit to the society. But the sad thing there is that the youths are not willing. They are not willing. Most youths, let me put it that way.
Okay.
Most youths are not willing to dedicate their time to learn any kind of skill. They want quick money. Quick money. That's why when you go to social media, you see invest a certain amount and get a certain amount. You understand? Stuff like that. They are keen to that. What they can do and get money quick, that they'll say, but they don't know that whatever they learn, whatever skill they learn is not useless. It's not useless, because wherever you find yourself, you can make use of it. I can use myself as an example. I learned bead making when I was doing my teaching practice, NC teaching practice.
Wow.
Now, when I enrolled for my degree, I used this bead to sponsor myself through school.
Really?
Seriously.
Well, that's
you
a good
understand?
one.
So that's what I mean by, no matter how little it is, you understand, wherever you find yourself, it will help you. So that is why me personally, I don't believe in this, that it's because of poverty, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. It's because of I don't have anyone to sponsor me, that's why I don't believe in it.
You know, you said something very interesting. You said no matter how little it is.
No matter how little.
But the contrast now in the society is that many youths don't want to start at that small pace. You know, they don't know that from that little thing, God will bless them to become mega. You know, Brother Noel, I would like you to talk about this. You know, the fact that youths can put themselves in different skills, so that through that skill, they will not only better their lives as youths, but their surrounding, the church, and the society at large.
Okay. Let me start by saying this. Your gift makes room for you.
That's true. The Bible says so.
Not just to live in the room alone, but to accommodate.
Wow.
So when you work and improve on your gift, no matter how small it is, a time will come that it grows. When you plant a seed, sometimes to get a full orange tree, you plant just a tiny seed.
That's true.
And when it grows and produces fruit, you can use that tiny seed to feed a whole lot of people. So when you work on that, your talent, your skill, over time, you can be able to impact people in the society, not just you. You can be able to impact people in the church, because whether you like it or not, the church needs money.
Yeah.
Through prosperity shall my gospel be preached around the world. So despising your talent because it's small is the biggest error any youth or anybody can make in life. Like me, I started learning tailoring, not using a machine. I started using needle and thread.
Wow.
I will start using needle and thread because then I had no machine. When I was serving, I was able to raise some fund to get myself my machine.
Wow, that's interesting.
Today, it's bigger than
what it was.
When it was before.
Wow.
And today I can support myself, support people around me also.
All right. Now, you know, the church is one of the tools, the body of Christ, that God will use or is using, you know, to make the lives of youths better. Now, what do you think the church can do for these youths to become better, not only spiritually, but also socially? Like, what are those things that you think the church can put in place so that a youth will not only be shouting fire, but he will also be making impact in his society?
Okay, let me say this. I love my church, Omega Fire Ministries, and I love my father in the Lord, Apostle John C. Suleiman. He has been able to impart us spiritually, physically, and otherwise. He does not only teach us the Bible, it teaches us how to make profit out there in the world. So sometimes it's not the problem of the church, it's the problem of the youth. Because we have been taught, but we fail to exercise
the teachings
or practice the teachings out there. Our father is doing a lot. Me personally, I was not this, let me say, business type. I'm this shy type. I can't even face customer. Where will I start? But because of the teachings of our father, I discovered that if you don't make this profit out there, you become a beggar, and someday you watch that your fellow brother that sits beside you, big, and you are begging for 20 naira to buy pure water. So I would say our fathers or the church, they are doing a lot. The problem is not with the church.
Okay.
The problem is with some of us that fail to practice what we are taught.
So,
now, to add to what he said, I will say a very big thank you to our Mama Lizzie, because I think she has done a lot. I'm not in Auchi, yes, but I watch television, and I've seen several occasions that she has trained so many youths. She sponsored so many youths in different trades, and that is what Christianity is all about, and that is how churches should come in helping the youth. Mama is a true example of it, and I think other churches also should also emulate. It will so help in taking the youths out of the streets.
So basically, viewers, the church is not only supposed to carry the youths, spiritually, but the church must be able to impact. The church must be able to train, must be able to invest in these youths, training them in different skills and empowering them in different aspects of life, so that they will not only be very good Christian youths, but also they will be very good citizens, having different skills and impacting their society. Now, I have this question. There's something that is bothering my mind. Many youths, you hear them every day, they'll say, they're imagining themselves being at the helm of affairs. Like, if I was the president of this country, I would do this one. If I was the governor of this state, I would do like this. Now, my question is, do you think that these youths at the helm of affairs can really contribute to the decision-making process? Brother Noel, tell us.
Wow. I think so, yeah, they can. They can, if they are ready to improve on themselves.
Wow.
Now, if riches is gotten by wishes, then everybody by now should be rich.
That's true.
You don't wish to be rich. No.
You work.
You work to be rich. So if we are ready to work on ourselves, now faith without work
is dead.
Is dead. You have faith that one day I will become the president of Nigeria, and you are always indoors playing PS2. You become the president of PS2 in your room one day, because you'll be beating everybody in your streets as the president of PS2. You can never be the president of Nigeria.
That's right.
Playing PS2 in your room. You look for a political party, become a member of a ward, start learning things concerning politics. And over time, you grow from a local government chairman, councillor, you are going and going. One day, you become the president. So let's stop wishing and start acting.
Working.
That way, we can get to that realm that we want to get to and change the society.
Okay, Sister Chidima, do you think the youths are ready to be at the helm of affairs, like to do the decision taking?
Seriously, if it's the youths out there, I would say no. Because the way youths out there love money, I don't think they will perform any better than the presidents that we have,
or the people in government.
The people in government. But what I would say is this: I will only say yes if the youth that our fathers in the Lord are trying to groom. That is the only time I would say yes, because if only they will emulate, because they have been a true example of leadership to us. So if they will emulate and take their steps, yes.
All right. Thank you very much for this wonderful time. Thank you very much. Thank you, Brother Noel, and thank you, Sister Chidima. It's been a wonderful time having you on sets, and I'm sure that many youths watching us right now are already blessed by what we have been talking about. And you know, just like we said before we started this second phase of the live studio session, the Restoration Apostle Johnson Suleiman is coming up in few minutes and is going to be a wonderful moment here.
Invigorating presence of grace, a people passionate for the kingdom. Get ready for an unforgettable moment that births dreams.
Amen.